Alright guys, before we jump into the fun of this video, and there was a lot of fun, I want to give a PSA about the Ultimate 32 and a lot of the issues that are happening to a certain select group of players, and that is not a small amount of players. So you see right here in the Ultimate 32 tournament, I have been matched. I've already done my first match. You're about to see it. It was so much fun, and I think that is the biggest issue. People that did not get matched in this tournament are not going to be having the fun that this tournament is offering to some players. And it is a lot of fun with only stacking 3 defenses instead of 6. So there's a lot more power on defense, a lot more power on the offensive side. Maybe you'll get an inclination of where my head is at after this video. And that kind of sucks. But there's more than just that. Obviously, there's also the ranked rewards that we are going to be getting from this event. So if you finish, top 10, top 100, you're going to be looking at this new avatar. People that did not get matched are just simply excluded from even the possibility of getting this avatar. And that sucks. And honestly, this avatar, probably not the best way to dole it out. In my opinion, the avatar should have been part of the event rewards, not a part of ranked. So what do I mean by that? It should have been in here, right? The avatar should have been here. So right now, people from all different divisions are facing off, but if you weren't already in the top whatever, like how could you possibly get that avatar? Just doesn't make much sense. Secondly, these rewards that we're going to be getting from the actual Crucible itself, 10,000 experience, that is a huge amount of experience to lose out on. So these players that didn't get matched, they don't have the opportunity for the portrait, they're not having the fun in the tournament, and they're not going to get this experience. I think the easiest thing they can do, and they will probably do this, is just compensate all the rewards. They probably will not do the portrait, if I had to guess, because that's sort of like a bragging rights thing, and I do agree keeping that sort of thing very close to the chest, make it special so you don't give everyone that portrait. But maybe they take that portrait out of this event and they put it in some other event somewhere, just to kind of make it a little bit better, right? Besides just the structural issue of people not getting in, there's also a little bit of drama when it comes to the scoring in this event. So you don't know if I'm looking at offense or defense, but you can see this was an attempt bonus points of 800. This was a one-shot, okay? So a one-shot gets you 800 additional victory points. That's cool, and this would make sense because there are 6 attacks total you can do per stage. So this would make sense if it dropped by 200 increments. So the first attack, if you one-shot, 800. If you hit it, if you cleared it on the second attack, 600. Third attack, 400. Fifth attack, 200. You see that you go down by 200s, right? Instead, though, we're now looking at a 3-shot, and you can see this is 0 victory points. So when you lose the first attack, that's minus 400 victory points. When you lose the second attack, that's minus another 400 victory points, and then it's 0 victory points after that. So what does this mean? This basically means that if you are going to have to do 2 burn attacks anyway, you might as well do a bunch of others to stack up that exhaust to decrease your opponent's stats, maybe pull some extra attacks off, and then go in and clear it, because it's going to be that much easier, okay? The other issue that is being compounded by this is, of course, the event. If you didn't do burn attacks last week, or if you struggled to get your Crucible cleared, you may not have this Battle in Cosmic Crucible part filled out. And this, I think, was pretty substantial. I think I was about, God, I don't know how, I think I was probably about 15,000 off from it. And so, yeah, doing my 3 attacks got it in, right? So, lots of issues. Some of this is very easy to wipe away just with straight compensation. You give everybody that didn't get put into an Ultimate 32 tournament, you give them the ranked 1 rewards as if they beat their tournament. That'll keep them a little bit happy. They get the experience. They get like the diamond orbs and all that kind of stuff. You give them some sort of the ranked rewards, probably according to whatever their standing was in Season 12. Maybe that means a couple people that don't even compete in the tournament get the portrait because they were already top 100, and then everybody in this tournament also gets the portrait, I guess. So you'd probably end up with something like maybe between 110 and 120 of those portraits out, as opposed to just 100. But you cannot compensate the fun. And guys, this tournament is a lot of fun. I hope that these sort of issues don't make them stray off this trying new things that they're doing, because I think this is pretty great. But yeah, lots of issues, and I'll keep you posted if they do any changes, any corrections. But for now, let's go have some fun. How's it going, everybody? We got the U32 Stage 1 coming at you today, and I am screwed, okay? I am absolutely screwed. I have just hit level 101, and I got a bunch of people from level 105 to like level 103. I am quickly getting just absolutely difference gapped by the level cap. But that's okay, because what it means is I could be a mad scientist and experiment on things for you guys. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this tournament. We're going to have some fun with it, starting with the stage 1. Now, this is Saw Owner's creation, and it's tough. It's been giving people such a hard time. When he brought this up on stream, I immediately started getting the wheels turning about how could I possibly beat this. And we're going to give it a go today, okay? So, how can you beat a Kaahori that's on defense? Use a Kaahori that's on offense. Outspeed that ish. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Kang to give my Kaahori additional speed bars. So my Kaahori goes first. Shadow King for that devastating ping damage. Endgame Thanos. This is the fun part. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to try to get infinite energy on Kaahori and spam ultimate until either Mephisto and Kaahori are dead or a bunch of people are dead, okay? And Guardian was an idea to give me offense up for this, but to make it a little bit more logical in the goal to get infinite energy, I'm actually going to be breaking up my Cabal team, and I'm going to bring Iron Patriot, who I must have passed because I know he's bigger. There he is. So Iron Patriot puts vulnerable on everybody, so the Striker Kaahori can actually get an extra expose out. And this is not going to work, okay? Because this is too cool a way to work. I don't know when the endgame Thanos energy is doled out, and I do not know how RNG dependent this is going to be, okay? I do not think this is going to work. I think this is going to be trash. I have my Mephisto that I can use to for sure beat this, and that's probably what we're going to fall back on. So both Shadow Kings get tagged. Here's the fun part. 2 cooldown for Kaahori for the ultimate. Let's slow this down. We're going to throw this right here. And also, I don't know how speed bar works. I don't know if my Kaahori gets to keep going, even if she has 100% speed bar and the other one doesn't. Oh, no, this is actually kind of bad. So the ISO attack hits there. Do we get energy is the question. Oh my god, we got the energy! We can spam Kaahori ult forever! This is insane! Hold on, this is so broken! We broke the game! The first U32, and Dorking Dad says, fuck your code, I'm gonna break this shit, alright? And look at this shit! Oh, she didn't get energy that time. It's okay, she didn't get energy that time, but she still has 2 turns to play around with. We have to hit to the expose. We'll kill the Mephisto here at the very least, right? Oh my god, does she get the energy? She gets to ult again? We broke the fucking game, boys! We broke it! I'm the best! I broke it! Yes! Yes! The infinite energy! Nothing will hold in stage 1! You better put your Captain Britain in stage 1 if you want to protect it from the Dorky Dad special! Motherfuckers, let's go! It's too early to be yelling like this, but I can't help it! That shit was sick! Alright guys, well because we didn't have to use Mephisto in stage 1, we're gonna throw him here at stage 3. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is a very simple plan. Mephisto is gonna give offense down to the Thanos. The Skrull is gonna hit into Black Knight. He's gonna eat a big hit here. Then Old Man Logan is gonna either strip the taunt off with his special, or Red Hulk will give speed bar to Apocalypse, who will flip it off there, so it's gonna be kind of funny. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, with the Pav, I could have brought Black Cat as well. That would have been interesting. I was thinking to do the ultimate here, to put Exhaust out there. I could do the special just to stop Skrull in his tracks. That's an option, too. I will do the special. Apply Expose to all mythic characters. It'll just stop Skrull from potentially reaching his ultimate. I guess, I don't know. I kind of chickened out on using the ultimate there. I should have done that. Oh, there's no exposed. You're right. Oh, yeah, I should have ulted. Yeah, yeah, you can't get exposed because of Gladiator. Whoopsies. That's okay. We're still fine. All right, we're still okay. We're less okay because Red Hulk's a hero, but Mark of Mephisto means he can't get rewound. And now Skrull is super dead. So we don't have to worry about the ultimate from him either. Okay, I have a stun. I don't think I want to use it. I don't want to give this up. I don't want to hurt the guy too much. Yeah, I'm just going to basic. I just don't want to hurt this guy too much. Yeah, I just don't want to hurt him. Yeah, he's my friend. I don't want to hurt him. Okay, now we'll do one of these. That takes all the barrier away. No, 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 no! I shouldn't have made you a skirmisher, Logan. You ruined everything. I should have killed Gore with this now that this guy's stunned. Oh, well. I'm playing this as poorly as he possibly could, and we're still going to walk away with it. Mephisto OP. Thank you for the offense down on the enemy. Mephisto, you're the best. My Kaahori team was hilarious. Red Hulk getting the demolished is funny. Honestly, I was not expecting that Kaahori team to work as well as it did. It's kind of hilarious when you think about it. All right, here we go. That's it. That's a win. We played it horribly. Honestly, after beating his stage 1 the way we did, I think we're going to win, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, guys, and the final hit is going to be Nightstalkers with Scientist Supreme in stage 2. I'm going to hit it with Immortals and New Emma. The New Emma, with a nice speed of 127, stops the speed stat increase the enemy gets. The only thing is I kind of wish she wasn't a striker, but Fortifier doesn't really do much for her either. Doesn't really matter. I thought about bringing Nightcrawler instead of Polaris, because that's a lot of speed stat. Because Nightcrawler gives 25% to all X-Men. So it's not even the highest damage, it's to all X-Men, which would be insane. And I do think that with the speed up, Nightcrawler would lap and also hit his ultimate. But my thought process here is like new stat Polaris versus old stat Nightcrawler. What efficiency-wise is going to go? So let's see how this goes. Yeah, let's see how this goes. No speed for her. No taunt for him. Let's just stun their fastest character, which is Blade. The trauma with the speed up means it will never get flipped. We do Disrupt on everyone. So now they have Disrupt with trauma, which means that Agatha's passive is now useless. I have an ability block here. I guess we could throw it on Agatha just to be safe. Sure. Whatever. Let's throw it on Agatha, just be safe. Alright, there's our mind control. Get an assist. We'll pull them in off the middle just to make sure we don't get any sort of wonky resist there. We have a nice turn meter rewind. We'll throw it on Oath, who's the second fastest character we haven't controlled all the way. Does Storm gets to go before any of them go, and this should just be over. We'll see the Striker attack. Does it do it? Oh, Striker attack, not enough. Man-Thing be beefy. I don't think Nightcrawler would have sped this up any, for whatever that's worth. This is max health, so he's dead. And she's a Striker, so he's super dead. All right. This was super fast. Let's go ahead. Let's see how the results went, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the other matchups I've heard are going super wonky, and I'll show you what my new defense is going to be in light of what we saw here today. So it looks like Buffalo may not have done his attacks yet. Oh, no, he did. So we did get a pretty impressive win. We won by about 800 points. So let's see where he struggled at. So he used Illuminati with Ultimus and smashed this team. I kind of thought this team would give you smashed. So that's kind of interesting. He was able to, yeah, easily beat my, the same team you just saw me face. He didn't even put New School Emma in there. He just overpowered the crap out of it. Makes sense. And then he did this. So, okay, this is interesting. This is the exact team I would have used to try and one-shot this if I had Omega Red. But you have to use Mephisto. No, you have to use Echo. You have to use Echo for this to work. You can't let the other Odin get his battlefield effect up. The other Odin can get his special up if he doesn't then get the battlefield effect up. The battlefield effect up is a death sentence. Okay, he went in there after that, and he got 2 more done with that, and then he ended up clearing off the single Odin. So I just want to watch this real quick. You have to have Echo. Like, Omega Red Phoenix will not work no matter how high you wheel them out unless you bring in Echo. So let's see how this goes. So go to ×2. That's another thing. The controller. Okay, so this is also important that his Odin got slow. Can I pause this? I can. Okay. You have to put, especially on the first attack, Phoenix in a corner with Black Knight adjacent, okay? That's how you can make sure that the slow from Black Panther Shuri does not hit your, well, it would be your Omega Red. You wouldn't have Odin, you'd have Echo here, right? So the positioning, let's go from left to right. Phoenix, Black Knight, Apocalypse, because he does spawn with immunity, Echo, Omega Red. Keep Omega Red as far away as possible. How big? I can't see how big this Omega Red is. We'll see in a little bit. In fact, I think I broke the whole game. Let's just do one of those, do one of these. You're fucking up my recording, Scopely. Game actually crashed. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back after that crash, and just so everyone is aware, that is a 5 yellow, 5 red Omega Red. Yeah, I think Odin was actually a detriment to this. Odin is probably why this match didn't look worse than before, okay? Take Odin out. He doesn't do anything for you. Your characters on your Odin team here, far too small and far too slow, and now Odin has slow. You need Echo. Those assists from the Odin are too much. In fact, I bet we see Black Knight die here when he shouldn't have. Although in room 3, the 100% damage, it could probably cause it to, but 100% damage on Odin with his new stats, you cannot let that be the case, right? Are the assists going to kill Apocalypse here? Yeah, you need Echo. You have to have Echo. And then here comes the battlefield effect. I'm guessing, yeah, it has to be his Odin does everything here, and his Omega Red and Phoenix do nothing. Would be my guess. Because now he doesn't have, his Apocalypse is not alive to cleanse the Omega Red. Omega Red can only use his special. It's going to still be really good. It's still going to do a good amount of damage here. And look, no safeguard. He didn't get flips. That's super unfortunate that he didn't get flips. What the hell? 5 yellow, 5 red, new stats with 100% increased damage, and he couldn't get flips? I think your damage affects your focus, no? Okay, his Odin's going to have to basic here, or he doesn't get the battlefield effect up. Yeah, he had to do that, but he had heal block. Now he's going to get hit by a counterattack. Okay, so the Preton dies, and this is how he loses. So actually, his Omega Red did all the work for him. Omega Red still came through to at least take out the Black Panther Shuri. Is Phoenix dark yet? So she'll bring Omega Red back here. She needs to have her ice. She needs to be able to use her special and hit into a striker when she's dark. And then Omega Red got stunned, so no ult comes from him. But even if not, this ultimate would have sealed the deal. Okay. You need the Echo. You saw how those Odin attacks were just too much. Hey, shout out to Buffalo Love. He actually used the defense that I was promoting. So I'm sorry that I swapped up at the last second. I hope that you don't feel like that was a bait and switch. It just, when I saw that team, the wheels got turning. And before I wanted to put that team out, I wanted to make sure the energy from Endgame Thanos worked the way I had hoped it did. Which is a fucking hack, okay? Like, that shit is hacks, bro. Shout out to Buffalo Love. GG, well played, my guy. And yeah, make sure you grab that Echo instead of Odin. How shit is that his Odin didn't do anything? God. Listen, this is a turn-based game, okay? And as a turn-based game, it's so awkward that some of the best characters they're putting out there are miles behind the turn system, that the turn meta that we currently have, right? It's so awkward that Omega Red is 120, can get 20% speed bar if no protectors, but we have anti-speed bar all over the place. He does get speed status to be able to take turns, but by then he might be dead. And Odin, a Dark Dimension character, at 128, he needs a team around him, or he's a sitting duck. It's so silly. But this is the speed meta now. It's not going away, because it can't, right? With characters like Apocalypse getting 6%, 100% turn bar and punching you for more than 50% of your life, it makes health triggers. They're going to start... Okay, here's another thing. They have to start realizing that's just the way it is now. They need to start moving health triggers away from 50% and now at least 40%. Probably at... Oh, man. That's tough, because as soon as you go lower than like 50% or like to 30%, you start getting to the point where characters can get killed before breaking that health trigger barrier, right? I think they need to start going to 40%. Because you saw what I did with my Thanos. Well, you didn't, because I had a bunch of striker attacks. I wanted Thanos to be 100% life. Because then I know Apocalypse punches, he does 60%. That bypasses the 50% health barrier, and away that I go, right? So they need to find a way. Well, no, this is the way they do it. Health triggers no longer proc at 50% because Apocalypse exists. You have to make it proc at... God, it's 60% though. It's 60% of max life. It needs to start proccing health triggers at 30%. Maybe 35, like, because there's got to be some wiggle room, because not only does he punch for 6%, but he does damage on top of the punch. It needs to be like 30%, 25%. It's crazy. Or you do a qualifier. So when this character drops to 50% or 25% health trigger proc, this can only happen once per match. That's a weird code. Anyway, this was way not Ultimate 32 related. Let's quickly go talk about some of the matches that people are talking about. Some are going to surprise you. All right, guys. I've been spinning my wheels in my head trying to think about how to end this video, because I wanted to talk about some other counters that we've seen, some other options, faults that you saw with the stage 1 that I just did. This is so crazy, because you'd think there'd be less theory crafting with 3 teams, 3 rooms. It seems there's a little bit more, especially with these rooms. Very, very impactful rooms, which is really cool, I think. There's like 4 different trains of thought here. Try and go full offense. Do what Dulom does in stage 2, which is probably guaranteed to get you 2 wins if somebody does not have a giant Omega Red. Turtle throughout the 3 rooms, or do what I'm going to do, which is going to have 1 decent room, 2 gimme rooms, and I'm going to try and be cheesy, all right? And that's what I'm going to do. So the cheese you saw me do in stage 1 here, I'm going to see if I can replicate that. But I'm keeping my Mephisto available in case I can't do that, okay? So I'll have a different way to cheese if they do something different up there. So let's talk about it. What could someone have done to keep the same sort of room my opponent had, Buffalo Love, and crush what I just did to him, right? Black Knight. Black Knight could have came in, smacked my Kaahori around. I would have had to change my thinking a lot. I probably would not have brought endgame Thanos then. I would have had to bring my Mephisto, still get the speed bar advantage, probably bring Guardian, so my Kaahori's offense up, and then Shadow King, and that's 5. Right? So I wouldn't get the gimmicky ults that we got with Kaahori. We ended up getting an extra turn that way. So I probably would try something like that. It might fail. Depends if I can one-shot that enemy Black Knight or not with the offense up Kaahori and the Shadow King ping and see how that goes. So that would be one way to go about it. And then Mephisto, I would hopefully, if I've killed that Black Knight on the first hit, I'll be able to do a little bit of damage on the Mephisto, and then my Mephisto would be able to put in more damage on the other Mephisto, and he dies. But then I still have the 2 Kaahori hits, and maybe she kills me because she'll take 4 turns. Alternatively, if somebody puts a Captain Britain or Illuminati in stage 1, then that's crush. Like, Kaahori's trash. But that's, again, why I have Mephisto. So if somebody does that, I come in with Mephisto, Iron Patriot. He also... And this is what I mean. There's so much that you could do here. So it's like no defense is going to be a get wrecked sort of thing, right? So this is what I plan to do with stage 1. This is a nothing burger team. This is going to get wrecked. It's fine. It's a little bit tougher for somebody to immortal it because they don't have their specials turn 1. It doesn't stop any of it, though. You just get wrecked here, right? And I'm keeping my endgame Thanos in case I get to try and do that cheese again. My stage 2, I'm going in with Illuminati with a pre-taunt and Odin. I know that a Immortal team subbing out Polaris and Cable, putting in Nightcrawler and Old Man Logan has a chance to beat this. I also know that Omega Red, Phoenix Force, Black Knight, Apocalypse, and Echo cooks this. Especially with some of the big dogs I play with, it'll cook it. It's not even close. They're just going to win. Okay, as long as you don't let Odin get his battlefield effect up, you put Phoenix in the corner, and Echo stops all the assists, it just gets cooked by a big Omega Red. It is what it is. If that happens, look, this is why we're having fun in this tournament instead, right? And my stage 3, I was like, okay, so there's a summon here that could refresh the barrier. We got a lot of new characters, big stats. And the reason I'm doing this and like not putting my Odin Illuminati over there is because I've heard, and I don't have footage of this, which I wish I did because I would love to share that with you. Stage 3 is new characters or just don't try. Because the extra barrier, and more importantly, the extra damage, affects new stat characters so much more than old stat. So if you put old stat Illuminati in there with Odin and a pre-taunt, new stat Nightstalkers comes in with Mephisto and obliterates you before you get a turn. Like, absolutely obliterates you. That 100% extra damage on like a giant blade, crushed it. Absolutely crushed it, okay? So I don't know what to say here. I don't want to say this. It could very well be that the only way to guarantee 2 wins is to put Odin and Mephisto on defense in stage 2 with Illuminati. That Dulome special. That's the only thing that would hold up against everything that I could think of, with the exception of Omega Red, Phoenix, and 3 characters I'm not going to name, because if I do have to go down to the dirty, grimy depths of despair and put a team that do, it wasn't even, it was Jutsi, and we love Jutsi, okay? If I have to use the Jutsi team there, then I just won't be having fun. So I'm going to keep being silly and having some fun like this. Let me know how your first tournament, guys. Let me know if you guys are having fun with this or if you hate it. And we'll talk soon. We'll have the next Crucible video coming up tomorrow morning as soon as we get it done. All right, guys. Take care.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.